What up traders, what up investors, Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and of course with the overall market trending higher the past 2 days and then today having a very steep sell-off, we're seeing a lot of people making and losing a lot of money. Again, it's very diverse, particularly here on the Wall Street Bets. The last 2 days we had a huge influx of Tesla hitting the 1,000 target, and then we of course had BA selling off. In this particular trader, Daniel Cohen 72 made a nice double, nearly 82%, $52,000 on his account on some Tesla calls and some BA puts. So we're going to look at the chart in a second. And then we have another one for Chris Ark. This guy made 310% of his overall investment. His Tesla calls, again, not giving the full description of what he bought, but looking at it, looks like he has the Tesla 1020 call that is expiring Friday. Again, we both want to make sure we do that battery check. This is early in the day for these folks, so the battery is not fully zero. So this was particularly at 3 o'clock, their battery limit would probably be at 0. That being said, these guys are a little bit more savvy in the sense of their battery life, so forth. That being said, we can go ahead and jump to the chart here. I'm trying to make 100% sure that I see that the overall understanding of what his calls were, but kind of wanted to give the example of that. Alright, so now we're at the charts here looking at the S&P 500. As you can see, we've been really riding up the 5 and 8 exponential moving average quite a lot. Of course, today gapping down quite a bit, down nearly 2.5% here on this S&P 500 or SPY, below the 5 and 8 exponential moving average. We're looking for a potential hold above the 21 here, so that's going to be around the 305 level, and of course if it can stop the bleeding, lack of a better words, for some ongoing support again at 305, and then looking for a potential breakout if it can get to the all-time highs once again. To kind of give you some perspective on those levels, we can do a Fibonacci retracement here. Again, it's really right below the 78.6 percentile move, which is around the 312 level. So again, it kind of needs to break above this for potential highs. Again, the 21 could be a really strong level of support, but really the strongest support is going to be coming in around the 200 if it starts going substantially lower and really aggressively lower, to be quite honest. You can go to like the 296 for that level 2 strong support there, to kind of give you some perspective of what's going on here via the technical analysis. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into the folks within the Wall Street Bets. Of course, Tesla still above 1,000 today, which is fantastic. We are in that position as well. It's a wonderful trade and an investment. That being said, with Tesla gapping up multiple times in the last weeks, these huge gap ups has really been riding the 5 and 8 exponential moving average, and Tesla does not give a rat's you know what about the overall market. If you looked at this chart, you would have no idea that the overall market's down 2%, 2.5%, nearly 3%. To be honest, that it's just been it's on its own little path. That's what we're talking about. It's really much a cold stock. And then I guess we can look at the trade tab within that individual who bought that one, I think it was 1,020 call here. So we're going to go ahead and send that to the chart here. There it goes. So literally he could have bought those at 83 cents and they went up to $23. So this, what we're looking at here, is the price of that particular option that this individual was trading. Again, he could have bought it at $2 and made it up to $23 the following day. That's how fast movement this option was. Again, with these options being so far out of the money, let's go back to Tesla. With these options being so far out of the money, they move fairly fast, because again, Tesla is a very really fast moving, in the sense of it can pitch up and down really fast without any notice, and if it does move up or down, that pitch or angle is very steep. It's not a Coca-Cola company or the stock of Coca-Cola where it just moves a very marginal amount on a daily basis. Tesla is very levered to whatever Elon Musk tweets, to whatever SpaceX is doing, or whatever is going on within the electric EV market. Or that's a pretty huge combination. I don't think anyone even knows who the CEO of Coca-Cola is. Everyone knows who the CEO of Tesla is, so it's really levered to whatever Elon does. That being said, this is definitely a nice little trade for this guy. Nice little trade by being a monstrous trade. Both the individuals, the first guy didn't show his options or what strike price he bought, but that being said, we're seeing a lot more accumulation, which is quite strange. Again, this option expires tomorrow at 4 p.m. and there's a lot of activity. It looks like people are potentially selling this call over here. Nothing too crazy I'm seeing coming out of the put side. I want to kind of show open interest here. So there's quite a few open interests at the 1100 price for the call. A little strange there. Seeing a lot of put activity around the 8,000 price for a potential down tick if the Tesla decides to connect to the overall market and look at its feed. That being said, the next stop we wanted to look at was BA. So this is Boeing aircraft manufacturing company. So with them, this has been riding up a lot. Again, we're still waiting on to see if the FAA will approve their MAX 8 for flight due to the overall astronomical amount of issues they had with that stability auto stall feature, whatever it was called. It has, again, like Tesla, has risen up multiple days gapping up, and this is usually a sign of holy moly guacamole, this is really highly levered, and a lot of people are buying the dip here and throwing in their stimulus checks, throwing in their unemployment checks into the stock with just the huge momentum that we've seen here. The initial price target was around 250. If this momentum could continue, we missed that by $15. Looking for the potential downside hold around 21 exponential moving average would be around 170 if it starts deciding to come down. I don't like to see these huge gap ups coming down because what we're seeing here is the people who bought in at this section or this run up here are getting out at these levels here, just trying to connect that really simple quick profit and just flooding the market. You can see the volume with the blue bars in the back really highly elevated, again due to the overall trading mentality that we're currently seeing in the market, with Robinhood and Wall Street Bets folks really taking on the speculative part of investing as you can see here with the overall run up of BA and so forth. Again, it's coming down here a little bit. It has broken below the 5 and 8 exponential moving average. Again, nothing below the 21 yet. Initially, this could be coming down further again with the overall market, but again, we are still kind of waiting on some news coming out of the potential release and allowing of them to fly their aircraft once again and being able to build something, because they're currently not able to even sell those aircrafts right now. So it's a little bit of a strange play for BA for sure, with the overall travel bans and so forth like that. Looking for again 170 to kind of come in. I kind of would rather see it around 165, 150-ish. Down around closer to the 34 exponential moving average, but again, I'm more conservative in my style of betting or trading the market instead of the Robinhood and Wall Street Bets folks. Looking at this one last chart here, we can kind of see here it's kind of trying to break above the 21 here. We see that nothing is too overextended yet. We kind of got the overextension again well below the 200-day on the weekly side of things. Depending on your time horizon, we could be seeing it trading in around this level until we get that news of potentially of it being able to fly again. Of course, we need to see the 5 and 8 start coming up, start crossing through the 21 on a more larger time frame like the weekly chart, for this trend to potentially keep going up, or at least to give it enough strength to trade sideways to push above the 200 exponential moving average there. All right, guys, that being said, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. We have a fantastic Discord chat as well, completely free to join. It's in the link in the description as well. We also have a fantastic Patreon page if you want to go support that. We greatly appreciate it. We try to do some live streams throughout the week, and of course the one that everyone loves and enjoys is the one on Sunday, where we just sit down and chat about stocks and charts for about 90 minutes. The ones during the week are normally just some live trading stuff and looking at the charts as well. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.